Did you know that 80% of urban dwellers have limited access to garden space? But here's the good news. You don't need a sprawling backyard to grow your own food. In fact, you can grow a bountiful crop of carrots in just a small container on your balcony or patio. Whether you're in a small apartment or have a big yard, carrots are one of the easiest vegetables to grow in containers. So, if you've ever thought about growing your own veggies, why not start with a crop that's nutritious, delicious, and simple to grow? Let's dive into how you can grow your very own carrots. No garden required. Hey there, veggie lovers. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into the world of one of the most popular and versatile vegetables out there, the carrot. Whether you love them raw, roasted, or turned into a delicious cake, carrots are a superstar in the kitchen. But did you know there's so much more to these crunchy delights? Let's dig in. Carrots have a rich history. Did you know that they originated in modern-day Afghanistan over 1,000 years ago? Back then, carrots were mostly purple or yellow. The orange variety we all know and love? That came much later. Some say it was cultivated in the Netherlands during the 16th century as a tribute to the Dutch royal family, the House of Orange. Cool, right? Carrots have a history that's as colorful as the vegetable itself. They're believed to have originated over 1,000 years ago in modern-day Afghanistan. But back then, they weren't orange. In fact, early carrots were purple, white, or yellow. These ancient varieties were a far cry from the sweet, crunchy carrots we enjoy today. Around the 10th century, carrots started spreading across Asia and the Middle East. By the 12th century, they made their way to Europe, where they were used as both food and medicine. Yep, carrots are a cure-all for everything from stomach aches to bad breath. The orange carrot we know today was likely developed in the Netherlands during the 16th century. Some historians believe it was selectively bred by Dutch farmers to honor the ruling House of Orange-Nassau. And guess what? This patriotic veggie became wildly popular and eventually spread across the world. Fast forward to the 19th century, and carrots became a staple crop in North America, especially during World War II. Fun fact, during the war, the British government promoted carrots as a superfood to improve night vision, thanks to their high beta-carotene content. This was actually a clever ploy to disguise their use of radar technology in spotting enemy planes. Sneaky, huh? Carrots aren't just tasty. They're super healthy too. Packed with beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, they're amazing for your eyesight. But that's not all. They're also high in fiber, vitamin K, and antioxidants, making them a great snack for your skin, digestion, and even your immune system. Who knew this humble veggie was such a powerhouse? Let's talk nutrition. Carrots aren't just tasty. They're packed with goodness that your body will thank you for. First up, beta-carotene. This is what gives carrots their vibrant orange color. Your body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A, which is crucial for healthy eyesight. Ever heard the old saying that eating carrots helps you see in the dark? While it's not exactly night vision goggles, vitamin A does play a big role in maintaining good vision, especially in low light. Carrots are also loaded with antioxidants, which help fight free radicals in your body. These sneaky little molecules can damage your cells and contribute to aging and diseases like cancer. Antioxidants to the rescue. One medium-sized carrot contains carrots? It's easier than you think. Carrots thrive in loose, sandy soil and need plenty of sunlight. Plant the seeds directly into the soil, water regularly, and in a couple of months you'll have your very own carrot harvest. Bonus. Freshly picked carrots taste even sweeter. So, there you have it, the incredible carrot. Whether you're munching on them raw, cooking up something special, or even growing them yourself, there's no denying these root veggies deserve a spot on your plate. Thanks for watching, and if you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment your favorite way to eat carrots. See you next time, and stay crunchy. Carrots are a kitchen all-star, and their versatility is unmatched. Sweet or savory, raw or cooked, there's no limit to what you can create with this humble root veggie. Let's explore some delicious ways to cook with carrots. Let's start with the simplest option, eating them raw. Carrot sticks and baby carrots are the perfect crunchy snack. Pair them with hummus, guacamole, or ranch for a quick and healthy treat. Or grate them into a salad for an added burst of sweetness and color. Roasting carrots brings out their natural sweetness. Toss them with olive oil, salt, and pepper, and roast them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit 200 degrees Celsius until tender. Want to elevate the flavor? Add a drizzle of honey or maple syrup, sprinkle on some thyme, and finish with a squeeze of lemon. They make the perfect side dish for just about any meal. Carrots shine in soups and stews. A classic carrot and ginger soup is creamy, comforting, and packed with flavor, and it's surprisingly easy to make. Just sauté some onions and garlic, add carrots and ginger, simmer with vegetables. Conducted by NASA to study how plants grow in microgravity. So, the next time you crunch on a carrot, just think, it's an astronaut-approved snack. Okay, carrot enthusiasts, get ready for some world records. The longest carrot ever grown was an astonishing 20 feet 5.9 inches long. That's taller than most giraffes. And the heaviest carrot tipped the scales at 22.44 pounds. Imagine trying to peel that beast. Yes, there's a museum dedicated to carrots, located online and in Belgium. It's a treasure trove of carrot history, trivia, and even carrot-themed art. They've truly taken carrot love to the next level. Here's a quirky one. In folklore, carrots were believed to have magical properties. In medieval Europe, people thought eating carrots would bring good luck or even improve your attractiveness. I mean, who doesn't want to be both lucky and good-looking, right? So, next time you see a carrot, remember, it's not just a veggie. It's a piece of history, a science experiment, and even a cultural icon. Want to get even closer to your food? Growing your own carrots is not only rewarding but also easier than you might think. Let's dig into the basics of cultivating these crunchy delights right in your backyard or even in a container on your balcony. When it comes to growing carrots, choosing the right variety is key. Carrots come in all shapes, sizes, and even colors, and each type has its own unique characteristics. Let's break it down so you can pick the perfect carrot for your garden or container. Nance carrots are a gardener's favorite. They're known for their perfectly cylindrical shape, smooth skin, and sweet, crisp flavor. They're also versatile. They grow well in most soils and mature relatively quickly, usually in about 60 days. If you're a beginner, Nance is a great choice. Chantenay carrots are short and stocky, making them ideal for heavy or rocky soil where longer varieties might struggle. They have a sweet, rich flavor and are perfect for soups, stews, or roasting. Plus, they're a great choice for container gardening, since they don't need much depth to grow. Imperator carrots are what you typically see in grocery stores. Long, slender, and deeply orange. These carrots love loose, sandy soil and can grow up to 10 inches long. They're great for juicing or snacking raw, thanks to their sweet and juicy texture. Danvers carrots are a classic variety with a slightly tapered shape and rich orange color. They're highly adaptable and thrive in heavier soils, making them a good choice if your garden's soil isn't ideal. They also have a robust flavor that works well in cooking. If you're short on space or love bite-sized snacks, baby carrot varieties are for you. These little guys mature quickly and are perfect for small gardens or containers. And if you're feeling adventurous, try specialty varieties like Purple Haze, which has a stunning purple exterior and an orange core, or yellow and white carrots for a colorful harvest. They taste amazing and look gorgeous on your plate. Heirloom varieties are another fantastic option. These carrots have been grown for generations and often have unique flavors and appearances. Try Cosmic Purple, Dragon, or Atomic Red for something truly eye-catching. They're great for gardeners who want to preserve history and enjoy a wide range of flavors. Whether you're growing carrots for their sweetness, their color, or just to try something new, there's a variety out there for everyone. Remember to match your choice to your soil, garden size, climate for the best results. So what kind of carrot will you grow this season? Let me know in the comments. First, choose the right variety for your space and taste. If you're working with shallow soil or a container, shorter varieties like Chantenay or baby carrots are a great option. For traditional long, slender carrots, try Imperator or Nance types. There's even a rainbow of carrot seeds available if you want to grow purple, yellow, or red varieties. Carrots thrive in loose, sandy soil that's free of rocks and clumps. Their roots need plenty of space to grow straight and smooth. If your soil is compacted, try loosening it with a garden fork or growing carrots in a raised bed filled with a mix of soil and compost. Carrots love well-draining soil with a slightly sandy texture. Carrots are a root vegetable, so the quality of your soil makes a huge difference in how well they grow. Preparing your soil properly can mean the difference between smooth, straight carrots and those quirky, forked ones. Let's get your soil carrot ready. First, pick a sunny spot. Carrots need at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight daily to grow their best. If you're planting in containers, place them somewhere with plenty of light. Carrots grow deep into the ground, so they need loose, well-aerated soil. Use a shovel or garden fork to dig at least 12 inches deep, breaking up any clumps. Compact soil can lead to stunted or oddly shaped carrots. Next, remove any rocks, roots, or debris from the soil. These obstacles can cause your carrots to grow crooked or split. Think of it this way: the smoother the path for your carrots, the better they'll look and grow. Carrots thrive in slightly acidic to neutral soil, with a pH between 6.0 and 7.0. You can test your soil using a simple home pH climate for the best results. So what kind of carrot will you grow this season? Let me know in the comments. First, choose the right variety for your space and taste. If you're working with shallow soil or a container, shorter varieties like Chantenay or baby carrots are a great option. For traditional long, slender carrots, try Imperator or Nance types. There's even a rainbow of carrot seeds available if you want to grow purple, yellow, or red varieties. Carrots thrive in loose, sandy soil that's free of rocks and clumps. Their roots need plenty of space to grow straight and smooth. If your soil is compacted, try loosening it with a garden fork or growing carrots in a raised bed filled with a mix of soil and compost. Carrots love well-draining soil with a slightly sandy texture. Carrots are a root vegetable, so the quality of your soil makes a huge difference in how well they grow. Preparing your soil properly can mean the difference between smooth, straight carrots and those quirky, forked ones. Let's get your soil carrot ready. First, pick a sunny spot. Carrots need at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight daily to grow their best. If you're planting in containers, place them somewhere with plenty of light. Carrots grow deep into the ground, so they need loose, well-aerated soil. Use a shovel or garden fork to dig at least 12 inches deep, breaking up any clumps. Compact soil can lead to stunted or oddly shaped carrots. Next, remove any rocks, roots, or debris from the soil. These obstacles can cause your carrots to grow crooked or split. Think of it this way: the smoother the path for your carrots, the better they'll look and grow. Carrots thrive in slightly acidic to neutral soil, with a pH between 6.0 and 7.0. You can test your soil using a simple home pH kit. If the pH is too low, add some lime to raise it. If it's too high, mix in sulfur or peat moss to lower it. It's like setting the stage for your carrots to shine. Carrots love nutrient-rich soil, but there's a catch: avoid heavy fertilizers, especially ones high in nitrogen. Too much nitrogen can cause lush green tops but small, underdeveloped roots. Instead, mix in some well-rotted compost or aged manure a few weeks before planting. This will provide a gentle, balanced boost of nutrients. For the best results, aim for a sandy, light texture. If your soil is clay-heavy, mix in sand or perlite to improve drainage. If it's too sandy, add organic matter to retain moisture. The goal is a loose, crumbly texture that's easy for carrot roots to penetrate. Once your soil is prepared, rake it smooth and level. This ensures your seeds are evenly spaced and helps prevent water from pooling in one spot. Before planting, water the soil lightly to create a moist, welcoming environment for your seeds. And there you have it: soil that's primed and ready for your carrot crop. Taking the time to prepare your soil properly will give your carrots the best chance to grow long, straight, and delicious. Trust me, it's worth the effort. Happy planting! Carrot seeds are teeny tiny, so handle them carefully. Sow them directly into the ground. They don't transplant well. Plant the seeds about a 1/4 inch deep and space them 1 to 2 inches apart. If you're planting in rows, leave about 12 inches between rows so you have room to tend to your crop. Carrots like consistent moisture, so water them lightly and regularly. But be careful, too much water can cause the roots to crack. Once the seedlings sprout, thin them out so each carrot has room to grow. It's worth it. Overcrowding leads to stunted or misshapen carrots. Carrots take patience. Depending on the variety, they'll be ready to harvest in about 60 to 80 days. Keep an eye on the tops. If you see a little bit of orange peeking out of the soil, it's harvest time. To harvest, grab the leafy tops firmly and gently pull straight up. If the soil is hard, loosen it with a garden fork first to avoid snapping the roots. Once they're out, give them a quick rinse, and you're ready to enjoy the freshest carrots ever. No garden? No problem. Carrots grow beautifully in containers too. Just make sure your pot is at least 12 inches deep and has good drainage. Use a lightweight potting mix, sow the seeds directly, and follow the same care tips. Urban gardeners, this one's for you. Carrots are hardy, but they do have a few quirks. If your carrots are small or forked, it could be due to rocky soil or overcrowding. And if pests like carrot flies show up, try companion planting with onions or marigolds to deter them. Healthy soil and regular care are the keys to success. Growing your own carrots is not just fun, but incredibly satisfying. There's nothing quite like pulling up a fresh carrot and knowing you grew it yourself. So grab some seeds, get your hands dirty, and enjoy the rewards of home gardening. Happy planting! Once your seeds are planted, the real work begins. Watering and caring for your carrot crop. Proper care ensures your carrots grow straight, sweet, and full of flavor. Let's dive into the best practices for keeping your carrots happy and healthy. Carrots need consistent moisture to grow well, especially during the early stages. Water lightly and regularly to keep the soil evenly moist. Aim for about 1 inch of water per week, including rainfall. Too much water can cause the roots to crack, while too little can result in small, woody carrots. It's easy to overdo it, especially if you're eager to see your carrots thrive. To avoid overwatering, check the soil before you water. If it feels damp about 1 inch below the surface, you're good to go. Remember, carrots prefer steady moisture, but don't like sitting in soggy soil. Mulch is a carrot grower's best friend. Adding a thin layer of straw, grass clippings, or shredded leaves helps retain soil moisture, regulate temperature, and reduce weeds. Plus, it prevents the top of the carrots from turning green if they poke out of the soil. Once your seedlings are about 2 inches tall, it's time to thin them out. This step is crucial to prevent overcrowding, which can lead to twisted or stunted carrots. Pull out the weaker seedlings, leaving about 2 to 3 inches between each plant. Don't worry. The remaining carrots will thank you by growing big and strong. Carrots don't need heavy feeding, but they do appreciate a little extra nutrition. About a month after planting, apply a low-nitrogen fertilizer, such as one labeled for root vegetables. Too much nitrogen encourages leafy tops at the expense of root growth, so keep it balanced. Weeds compete with your carrots for nutrients and space, so it's important to keep them in check. Pull weeds by hand to avoid disturbing the shallow carrot roots. Regular weeding keeps your garden tidy and helps your carrots grow uninterrupted. Carrots are hardy, but pests like carrot flies can still cause trouble. To deter them, try companion planting with onions or garlic. Their strong smell helps keep pests away. You can also cover your carrot rows with a fine mesh or floating row cover for extra protection. Carrot greens are an indicator of growth. If the tops look lush and healthy, your carrots are doing well. Keep an eye out for signs of stress, like wilting or yellowing, which might indicate watering issues or pests. Address any problems early to keep your crop on track. Watering and care may seem like small details, but they're the foundation of a successful carrot crop. With a little attention and patience, you'll soon have carrots that are crisp, sweet, and absolutely delicious. Happy growing! Now that your carrots are planted, watered, and cared for, it's time for the hardest part of the process, the waiting game. Carrots are patient growers, and it can take a little time before you see the fruits of your labor. Let's talk about how to pass the time while your carrots are growing. Carrot seeds can take anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks to germinate, depending on the temperature and moisture. During this time, the seeds are sending out tiny roots and sprouts, working their way to the surface. Keep the soil moist, but not soggy, and be patient. Those little shoots will emerge before you know it. Once your carrots have sprouted and you can see the seedlings, it's time to thin them out. This is the perfect moment to give each plant the space it needs to grow strong and healthy. Thin your carrots to about 2 to 3 inches apart. It might seem like you're pulling out a lot, but trust me, giving the remaining carrots room will make a big difference. As your carrots continue to grow, keep an eye on the leafy tops. They'll start to grow taller and fuller as the carrot roots develop below the surface. If the tops are looking healthy and lush, that's a good sign that your carrots are doing well below ground. During the waiting period, keep an eye on the weather. Carrots prefer cool to moderate temperatures, ideally around 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 21 Celsius. If it gets too hot, your carrots may struggle to develop properly. You can help by providing some shade, especially if you're growing in an area with intense sun. Also, don't forget to check the moisture levels regularly. Carrots need consistent watering, but be careful not to overdo it. The hardest part of all, patience. Carrots take time to develop into full-grown vegetables, so resist the urge to pull them up too early. While the tops of your carrots may look like they're growing quickly, the roots are still catching up below the soil. Let them grow to their full size for the best flavor and texture. As you get closer to harvest time, you'll start to notice signs that your carrots are nearing maturity. Look for carrots that are about 1 to 2 inches in diameter. That's usually the right size for most varieties. You might also see the tops of the carrots poking out of the soil, but be careful not to expose too much of the root to the sun, or it may turn green and bitter. Your patience is about to pay off. Depending on the variety, carrots usually take anywhere from 60 to 80 days to reach full maturity. Once you see those telltale signs, it's time to pull up your crop. If you're unsure, gently pull one carrot to check its size. If it's the right size for your taste, you can start harvesting the rest. The waiting game might be the hardest part of growing carrots, but the reward is worth it. Fresh, sweet, homegrown carrots, nothing beats that. It's finally time. The moment we've all been waiting for. Harvesting your carrots. This is where all your hard work pays off and you get to enjoy the fruits, or should I say roots, of your labor. Let's dive into the best ways to harvest your carrots for a perfect crop. Timing is crucial when it comes to harvesting carrots. Generally, Carrots take anywhere from 60 to 80 days to reach full maturity, depending on the variety. The best way to tell if they're ready is by looking at the tops. Carrots are usually mature when they're about 1 to 2 inches in diameter. But if you're unsure, gently pull one carrot from the soil to check its size. If it's the size you want, you're good to go. Before pulling up your carrots, it's a good idea to loosen the soil around the base of the root. Use a garden fork or a small shovel to carefully work the soil away from the carrot. This helps prevent any damage to the root, especially if your soil is compacted. Be gentle. You don't want to break the carrot. Once the soil is loosened, grip the green tops of the carrot and gently pull upward. You want to avoid tugging too hard, as that can break the tops off. A gentle, steady pull should do the trick, and your carrots will slide right out of the ground. After harvesting, inspect each carrot. Look for any signs of damage or pests. Carrots that are fully mature should have a smooth, unblemished surface. If there's any dirt stuck to them, you can give them a quick rinse with water, but avoid washing them until you're ready to use them to help preserve freshness. One of the great things about carrots is that they don't all ripen at the same time. You can harvest them as they reach the right size. This is especially true if you've planted multiple rows, so you can enjoy fresh carrots throughout the season. Just be sure to pull the larger ones first and leave the smaller ones to grow a little longer. When harvesting, handle your carrots with care to avoid bruising or breaking the delicate root. Gently place them in a basket or container, and try to keep them from rubbing against each other too much. Once you've harvested your carrots, proper storage is key to keeping them fresh. If you plan to use them within a few days, just store them in the fridge. For longer storage, you can remove the tops, as they draw moisture away from the roots, and store the carrots in a cool, dark, and humid place, like a root cellar or a vegetable drawer in your fridge. Carrots can last for weeks or even months if stored properly. And there you have it. Your carrots are harvested and ready to be enjoyed. Whether you eat them raw, cook them up in a stew, or juice them for a refreshing drink, nothing beats the taste of homegrown carrots. So go ahead, take a bite, you earned it. If you're short on garden space or live in an apartment, don't worry. You can still grow delicious, homegrown carrots. Container gardening is a perfect solution. Let's explore how you can grow carrots in containers and get a bountiful harvest, even in small spaces. First things first, you'll need the right container. Carrots need depth to grow their long, straight roots, so choose a container that's at least 12 inches deep. You can use large pots, rectangular planters, or even repurposed containers like old buckets, as long as they provide enough space for the roots to stretch out. Just be sure there are drainage holes at the bottom so excess water can escape. Next, choose the right carrot variety for container gardening. While many traditional carrot varieties need plenty of space, there are shorter, more compact options that work perfectly in containers. Look for baby carrots or short varieties like Thumbelina or Paris Market. These varieties produce smaller roots, making them ideal for container growing. Just like in a garden bed, carrots need loose, well-draining soil to grow successfully in containers. Use a light, sandy potting mix and mix in some compost to provide nutrients. Avoid using heavy garden soil, as it can compact in a container and hinder root growth. Make sure the soil is loose enough for the roots to push through without obstruction. Once your container is filled with soil, it's time to plant your carrot seeds. Plant them about 1/4 inch deep and space them about 1 inch apart. If you're using a smaller container, you might want to reduce the number of seeds to avoid overcrowding. Because carrot seeds are so tiny, you can mix them with a little sand to help spread them evenly across the soil surface. Carrots in containers need consistent watering, just like those planted in the ground. Keep the soil moist but not waterlogged. A gentle mist or watering can work best, especially when the seeds are just beginning to germinate. Be sure to water regularly, particularly during hot weather, as containers dry out faster than garden beds. As your carrot seedlings grow, you'll need to thin them out. Once they're a few inches tall, thin them to about 2 to 3 inches apart. This ensures they have enough space to grow full-sized roots. Be gentle when thinning. You don't want to damage the neighboring plants. Also, make sure the container receives enough sunlight, ideally 6 to 8 hours per day for the best growth. Containers can get pretty warm, especially during hot weather, so be mindful of temperature fluctuations. If the weather is extremely hot, you might want to move your container to a shaded spot during the hottest part of the day. Conversely, if it's too cold, you can bring your container indoors to protect the plants. With containers, you can have more control over temperature, which can be a big advantage. Harvesting carrots from a container is easy, too. Just gently loosen the soil around the base of the plant with a fork or your hands, and pull up the carrots carefully. Because the container is smaller, it's easier to see when your carrots are ready. Like with garden-grown carrots, wait until the roots are about 1 to 2 inches in diameter for the best taste. Once you've harvested your carrots, you can reuse the same container to plant another batch. Just remove any leftover soil, clean out the pot, and replace it with fresh soil. If you're storing carrots, keep them in the fridge for the best freshness. And if you plan to grow more carrots, try succession planting. Sow a new batch of seeds every few weeks for a continuous harvest. See? Growing carrots in containers is a great way to enjoy homegrown carrots even in small spaces. With the right variety, soil, and care, you can grow a bountiful crop right on your patio, balcony, or windowsill. Now, there's no excuse not to enjoy fresh, homegrown carrots all season long. So, there you have it, the incredible carrot. Whether you're munching on them raw, cooking up something special, or even growing them yourself, there's no denying these root veggies deserve a spot on your plate. Thanks for watching, and if you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment your favorite way to eat carrots. See you next time.